welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellen if you're new here. Today we're going to be doing this bright, bold red lip, and I am super excited about this video because I feel like I haven't done this kind of fun makeup in a long time because of quarantine. So if you guys are into that, then keep watching. So I'm just going to start off by using Charlotte Tilbury's Wonder Glow. This is a really good primer to put on your skin just to kind of give you a bit more of a soft focus glow. I'm just going to apply a little bit to my cheeks and all over my skin. So next I'm just going to go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I'm using the shade 2W1 Dawn, and I'm just going to apply a pump onto my hand and then just kind of put some dots all over my face just to evenly distribute it. I hate wasting product. And then I'm just going to blend it out with my foundation brush. I find that the Charlotte Tilbury Soft Focus Primer meshes really well with foundation. It's like such a nice layer to have underneath, give you a little bit more glow. Just gonna use a little bit more, going for a slightly higher coverage look. I'm just gonna press in the rest of it with my beauty blender. So next I'm just going to use my MAC concealer pot just to cover up some blemishes and redness around my face. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury eye corrector and just put a little bit of this on the inner corners of my eyes. This will give us more of like a flawless look, especially when you're doing a red lip. You kind of want your face to look flawless because you have such a bold statement going on. So next I'm going to go in with my Pat McGrath concealer. This is in Skin Fetish Sublime LM8 Perfection Concealer. This stuff is really good if you have like events. It's super high coverage. So just doing the inner corner and then lifting. And then center of the nose. A little bit on the forehead and the chin. And the lip. So I'm just gonna go in with my concealer brush and blend everything out. I like to kind of push and press everything in with my concealer brush, and then I'll go in after and finish it with my beauty blender just to kind of give more of that airbrushed finish. So next we're going to just do a little bit of contour. I'm going to use my Chanel Cream Bronzer, and I'm just going to take a bigger flat brush to kind of draw out where I want to contour. So we're going to start on the nose, start on the inner corner of my eye, going down the nose, kind of a straight line, as straight as you can make it. And then we'll do a V. And then I'm also just gonna do a little bit where my cheekbone starts, and with this side. Make sure you get it into your hairline. I'm just kind of spotting it on, and then we're gonna go in with the beauty blender and really blend everything out. Just pushing it up my cheekbone into the hairline. Now we're gonna use a translucent powder. This is Laura Mercier, and this stuff is amazing for underneath your eyes. It just brightens them right up. So I just put some into my lid. I'm just gonna use my damp beauty blender, and then I'm just gonna press it underneath my eyes and slightly up my nose. So while we let this bake, I'm just going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish powder with just a fluffy brush and just press a little bit of this on my forehead, center of my nose, kind of my T-zone area, and then just my lower chin, because I always find I have hormonal acne around here, so just smooth everything out. I'm just going to use my Benefit Micro Brow Pencil, and I'm just going to start by brushing up my brows and then filling in any sparse areas. And then I'm really gonna focus on just my tails because I find that those need the most filling in. So I'm just gonna draw a line and then kind of create hair strokes following that line and then brush it out. Good enough. And then last but not least, I'm just gonna use my Anastasia clear brow gel just to set everything in place. I like to start by brushing up, and then as I get further out, kind of go more at a 45-degree angle. Now I'm just gonna sweep away all of this extra translucent powder that we have underneath my eye. Next, we're gonna go in with bronzer. I'm gonna use the matte Laguna NARS. I kind of bought this stuff on a whim. I find that I like the original Laguna NARS better, but this stuff is very pigmented, so you just have to be very careful and go in with a very light hand. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my Sephora Pro Contour brush, and we're gonna start really gentle on the skin just because it is heavy, but it does have really nice pigment to it. And then just start kind of working up the forehead a bit into the hairline. Blend it a bit. As you can see, very pigmented. I pretty much go in and blend out after I apply it, but I do like using the contour brush just to start small, and then you can kind of go in with a bigger, fluffier brush after and blend it better. So then I'm just gonna use the same bronzer and my flat brush, and we're just gonna go over the contour. And kind of blend it up into the brow. And then I'm just gonna take my fluffy brush, pinching it and blending it. So the next thing I'm gonna use is the Charlotte Tilbury Ecstasy Cheek to Chic blush. And I'm just gonna use the outside. So just using my basic Sephora blush brush and just going around the outside. I'm gonna smile, just hit a little bit of the apple. We're just gonna bring it up a bit. Gives a really nice glow. I find this ties in really nicely with the bronzer. So I'm just gonna use my MAC paint pot really quickly and just put a little bit of a primer on my eyelids just to make sure that all of the eyeshadow kind of stays in place. So we're going to be using this MAC Nudes palette, and we're going to use the shade Tête à Tint, I believe it's called. It's this one right here. And we're just going to put a little bit of a wash on the eyelid. And then just blend it in a bit. So next we're just gonna use the shade Espresso. I'm gonna go in with my eyeliner brush, and we're gonna start just on the outside of my eye and line my eye, mainly the outer half of my eye. And then we're gonna draw a line up. So now I'm just gonna use my smudgy brush and just start blending it up. So next we're just gonna go in with this sandstone color. I'm gonna use my eyeliner brush again, and we're just gonna kind of go along the same line just above it, but we're gonna connect where we kind of started the line. So now I'm just gonna kind of blend them in a bit. And then the last thing I'm just gonna do is just clean up underneath where the line is. I'm just gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish. I'm also just gonna use a flat brush, and we're just gonna clean up underneath. So I'm really excited about this part. Now we're gonna be doing lips. So we're gonna use the MAC lip pencil and we're gonna use the shade Brick. And I'm gonna start off kind of by overlining my top lips a little bit. I have Q-tips on hand because red lips get messy quick. The best advice I can give about a red lip is to go slow. So next I'm gonna use my MAC lipstick. This is the shade Russian Red. I believe it has a bit more of like a blue undertone, which works best with my skin tone. So the next thing I like to do is just go in with like a little concealer brush. I use it for precision, but I'm just gonna use my MAC paint pot. I'm gonna just kind of go around my lips where I wanna clean up the edges. I think that'll do. So now I'm just gonna put a little bit of highlight on. I have this NARS Trio palette. I'm going to go in with the medium shaded highlight, and then I'm just gonna use like a Morphe contour brush and put a little bit just on the top part of my cheekbone. And then I'm gonna mix the two shades, pinch it, and put a bit on the center of my nose. Blend it. And then put a little bit just above my brow bone. And then I'm just gonna spray everything. Just use my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Just get everything locked in. So just gonna quickly curl my lashes. I'm gonna use, it's called Pupa Ultra Flex Mascara. I've never heard of this brand. My mom actually got it for me in my stocking this year, but I've given it a try and it makes your eyelashes really long, so I'm a big fan of it. And then I'm just gonna go in and do a little bit on the lower. So this is the final look. Basically had a lot of fun doing this makeup. I love doing a bold red lip, and I think it's always fun for if you have an event to go to or date night, whatever you want. Especially in quarantine when we don't get to do all this kind of fun makeup all the time. It is nice to do for a change. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you! Mwah!